Right, so we're back and ready for another deep dive
Ready to go.
today.
Yeah.
Well, it's language learning.
Yep.
And, we always see this idea like learn a new language. But
Right.
the source material that we're looking at today, it uses this very specific phrasing. It says, start speaking English before 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it just struck me
Yeah.
as kind of like a countdown or something.
It's very specific, right?
Yeah.
You don't often see that.
No. So that's what we're going to kind of dive into today. Like, what is it about 2025?
Right.
What could be the motivation behind that?
Yeah. And why English?
Yeah.
Why is English the language
Nice.
that they're emphasizing?
Yeah. And I mean, I guess that's one place to start.
Sure.
Like, why are they focusing on English?
Well, I think we could probably make some assumptions.
Okay.
Even though it's not stated directly
Yeah.
in the snippet itself. I mean, English is, I think it's fair to say, kind of the de facto language of global business.
Yeah.
It's the language of the internet for the most part.
Right.
So it kind of makes sense,
Yeah.
even if you don't know the specific reasoning that would be the language that they would focus on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2025 thing. That's the really intriguing part.
Yeah, like what could be happening
Yeah.
around 2025 that makes this even more important or more vital or more timely?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, right?
Right.
I mean, there are a few things
Okay.
we can point to. If you look at kind of the technological landscape, right, a
Yeah.
lot of experts are predicting a huge boom
Okay.
in AI by
Wow.
2025.
AI-powered what?
Well, specifically AI-powered translation,
Oh, okay.
which you might think, well,
All right. If we can all just...
if we have perfect translation, why do we need to learn languages?
Right. Exactly.
But the interesting thing is that even the people who are developing these very advanced AI tools,
Uh-huh.
they are saying that you're still going to need humans involved. Yeah. So these tools are going to be great,
Mm-hmm.
but you're going to need people who are fluent
To double check it,
to
basically.
double check it, to make sure that the nuances.
Right. Because I
They're
guess
gold.
all of that stuff
Language is so nuanced.
is so nuanced, right? And you think about like humor,
Right. Yeah.
sarcasm, all of those things
Mhm.
are really difficult
To get across.
for AI to pick up on. And
Mhm.
so there's going to be this huge demand
For people who can
for people who can come in,
get that bridge, basically.
be that bridge, and
Yeah.
make sure that the communication is accurate.
Wow. So rather than
Yeah.
replacing the need, it actually amplifies it.
Exactly. And if you think about it, that makes sense. I mean,
Mhm.
the more we rely on AI,
Right.
the higher the stakes are going to be
To make sure it's right.
to make sure that it's right.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
And it's not just tech. There are other things happening too.
Okay.
Organizations like the World Economic Forum, they're predicting that.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
By 2025, 85% of multinational corporations, wow,
Are going to require English proficiency for leadership positions.
really 85%.
85%, that's what they're saying.
That's a huge number.
It's a huge number. So
Oh.
it's not just about, entry-level jobs anymore. It's
Okay.
really about if you want to reach the highest levels
Yeah.
of global business,
Wow.
you need to be proficient in English.
So it's basically a prerequisite
It is.
by 2025 for global leadership.
Yeah. I mean, it really paints a picture of how
Connected.
backwards the world is becoming.
Yeah.
So-
That's incredible.
It's a big deal. And, we've been talking about the professional side of things,
Uh-huh.
but we can't forget the personal benefits
Right.
of learning a new language.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about
Travel.
connecting with people from different cultures,
Yeah.
experiencing art and literature
Right.
in their original language.
In the
I mean,
original
it just
language.
adds a whole new dimension to your life.
Absolutely. It's not just about
Yeah.
economic opportunities.
Right,
It's
yeah.
about broadening your
Exactly.
horizon, understanding different
Exactly. And
perspectives.
who knows what other opportunities might come up
You are.
as we get closer to 2025.
Right, because things
The
change so
world is
fast.
constantly changing, and the ability to communicate effectively in English,
Uh-huh.
I think it's just going to open up so many doors.
That we can't even
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah.
That's a good point.
And it might not even be
Right.
things that we can
Yeah.
imagine. It might be things that are completely
It
unexpected.
might even create new
Right, exactly.
opportunities that don't even exist yet. So yeah, so
Exactly.
that's interesting. I mean, it
Yeah.
really does seem like this 2025 thing, it's not just like a random deadline or...
Right, it's not just like a marketing ploy
Yeah.
or something. It
Uh,
seems very
yeah.
strategic. It seems like there's a reason behind it.
Yeah, and I like how you said it's a call to action. It's like, hey, start now. Start working on this now. And I guess
And even if the snippet doesn't spell out all the reasons,
all the reasons.
I think we've come up with some pretty compelling possibilities.
And I think the biggest takeaway is that English really is becoming the language of global communication, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, and it's only going to become more important in the years to come.
So, listener, I'm curious, what do you think? What would your world look like if you were fluent in English by 2025?
Yeah, what kind of conversations would you be having?
Where would you go?
What doors would open for you?
What would you experience? So, food for thought.
Lots to think about.
You on your language learning journey.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Always
Until
a pleasure.
Next time. Bye.
See ya.